ASMR more sounds. Today's video is going to be keyboard sounds, some potential talking and whatnot. But yeah, that's really all I got for this video. I wish I could make longer videos, but very limited. But I hope you enjoy it, and I'll go ahead and start typing to see if you can pick it up. Also, sorry about the white noise of the fan. My computer's kinda close to the mic. That's why I'm trying to move my setup so it's downstairs where it's less noisy and I can properly set my computer away from the microphone. Let's get right into the video. On today's talking points is, how are you today? I hope you're doing alright. I hope everyone's kinda just living their life to the best. And, doing things that serves them. I've been working hard on other projects, and I think it's always good to come back to this as a relief outlet for me. Since I do other things that also relate to like audio and in terms of dealing with other people, it's good to have like some alone time that I know that can benefit someone else in a way. Like, it's like equivalent to like drawing, you know, if you love it so much, you can sit there for hours and make all the details and really just make something beautiful. And to someone else's liking, they will appreciate it because they know how much time was put into it. And sometimes people like to admire things that were created. I generally like creating things, whether it be audio, video, or just even drawings too. I like creating good environments and stuff like that for people. And in my opinion, I think that's what kind of set people to do good things, is being in a good environment. Like, even just socializing, if you're a good person and have good energy towards people, they'll like you more due to the fact that you kind of motivate them emotionally without having to like deal with that negativeness that you can get from someone from having a bad day. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to stay positive, but it's a skill to have where even on your darkest day, you try not to emotionally affect anyone else, because that can set their course off immensely, or even just a little bit, to the point where it just, makes them have a bad day. And, and it's not like I'm saying you have to be perfect every single time, but it's a good thing to practice patience and practice being reserved when it comes to negative energy that comes from you. It's good to practice to not lash out at other people or say anything that is out of character from your current self, which is the positive self, because in that moment we're clouded in our head and we can say things we don't necessarily mean. And I like to keep it to a minimum. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I naturally just am silent. I don't really talk to anyone else. I tend to just close up and, not be as reactive to things. And that really makes you think about it on how you approach, how do you really approach someone who's really happy when you're really low, or how do you approach someone who's really low when you're really happy? Because sometimes those exchanges can affect you as well and bring your mood down. The best course of action sometimes is just to avoid those kind of people unless you have to deal with them. But even then, always keep it down to a minimal and don't try to overstep boundaries that you might not know are there. So just being reserved and just doing that can avoid stuff like that, which is good. But at the same time, if you can handle it, then you got thick skin and nothing or anyone can really affect you, even in the smallest way. I, for one, used to be very sensitive, but now I have that thick skin, but it's not as thick as I want it to be, because sometimes people can say things that do get under my skin. The best thing I've learned is to not be reactive towards it, just kind of reflect on it later and realize that what they said was wrong, or what they said was out of character, because nobody likes to be affected that way. It's not fun when you don't feel like yourself after someone said something. It kind of makes you feel insecure. It's really just like a matter of time and whatnot to think about what you might say, or think about what the actions might be that lead up to that. something where it's one side versus another, because that's where it gets tricky. I try not to have a comment on stuff like that, unless if it's like completely one-sided and it's the one obvious side that's bad, then obviously we all know which side to side with. Now, it's like I said before, some things can just be better off left alone. Kind of like how I'm rambling, you don't really have to pay attention to what I'm saying. This is just more to help you, but at the same time, this is kind of me venting about something I'm not too in-depth about. Yeah, I like talking sometimes because there's no one to talk to. I feel like I talk to brick walls within my circle. And, you know, that's just how it is. Like I said, people usually come crying to me, but they never listen to me on what I say and what my advice I give to them. They wait till they get hurt, or they wait till something happens, or they take the exact same advice from somebody else and they come back to me and they brag about it, like if that person gave them the advice when it was me. Those things kind of have been happening recently. Yeah, it's tough work running a company that isn't successful, and nobody wants to do anything in it. Everyone wants to piggyback, unfortunately. And you know what? That's fine. At the end of the day, if the company is successful, I'm going to award all the people that put in hard work and all the people that supported the company. Because those are the people that will probably mean the most to me in terms of effort. Because effort is the most valuable thing that you can pay for and receive for free. So, keep that in mind. Effort is the most powerful thing that you can pay for and receive for free. If given from the right person, of course, you know. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video there. Again, my name is ASMR More Sounds. Thank you for listening. Feel free to comment. Anything you want, I'll answer. Most questions are all. Thanks for watching and for listening. I appreciate you.